Hello, my name is Christian and I am a movement and nourishment coach. And today we're going to be going into a strength mobility session where we're going to be focusing in on strengthening the joints. Remember, with mobility, we are purely focusing in on building up space within the joints. So we're going to start challenging some of the range of motion while instilling posture, core activation, and seeing how deep we can go or how well balanced our body is with some more challenging movements. So by this point, all right, you should have been going for about 2 to 3 weeks with the prior mobility little flows. And now we should have created some more space and found some consistency within those. We're getting better and better and better with those movements. And now we should feel ready to take things up a little bit of a notch and start challenging some more movements. All right, we're going to start from the lower body and work our way all the way up to the top and just get blood flowing, energy moving, and see how we do. All right, so let's get ready.
We'll be starting off with knee hugs. Now for all these movements, we want to get anywhere from 6 to 10 reps or more. If the movement feels good and you want to do more, then go ahead and do more. With this one, we're just focusing in on establishing some balance and getting flexion in the knees, hips. Next, we're going to go into some wall tib raises. All right, we are focusing in on leaning against the wall, keeping the heels planted into the ground as we lift the front part of our foot. This is going to help build up stability through that lower body, prevent shin splints. Next, we're going to get that range of motion, focusing in on a forward half kneel. The important thing here is getting that knee to tap the ground as we lunge forward. If we need to hold on something for assistance, totally fine. Next, we're going to go into some, knees over toes. In this half kneeling position, we want to do our best to keep the heel on the ground as we shift the weight forward and allow the knee to go past the toes. We are focusing in on building up mobility within the ankle and the knees as we get that full flexion coming through. Next, we're going to go into a full lunge, pushing things forward, now getting just a little bit more advanced into this knees over toes. We do want to alternate sides. It's going to help balance out the body from that right to left side. Focus in on keeping posture up. And again, if we need to hold on to something, grab a chair or a broomstick or anything that is near you for some assistance with your balance. All right, next we're going to start opening up the hips and glutes a little bit more as we get into a piriformis stretch. A little bit of balance here, so again, if you need to hold on to something, totally fine. We're going to alternate sides. Again, this is going to help balance out the hips, open up those glutes, and get everything in that general area feeling good. Next movement is a challenging one, the pistol squat. All right, now we want to focus in on alternating sides and getting as low as we can. Again, if you need to hold on to something, totally fine. Or we can change this into a sit to stand. You can grab a chair like you see here, and we can focus in on just sitting down with that one leg and standing back up. Now, when we stand back up, we want to lean forward and drive up. Again, alternating sides to build balance within this squat variation and strengthen up those joints, ankle, knees, hips. Keep the core tight as you work it through. Now next, we're going to go into another challenging movement, Cossack squats, all right, or a deep lateral shift. We do want to focus in on getting as deep as we can in this movement, getting that lateral range of motion and getting flexion within the knee and the ankle. We do want to try to keep our posture upright, not allowing your chest to fold too far forward. All right, if you do need to hold on to something, again, totally fine. Grab a chair, grab a broomstick, anything that's going to allow you to have a little bit of assistance in getting into that range of motion. Next movement, we're going to focus in on a little bit of the lower back, all the way up into the upper back and shoulders with these windmill rotations. I like to slide from one side to the other and lengthen out the chest by reaching up towards that sky. Keep your eye on the hand as you reach up. And we're going to feel the stretch open up those hamstrings now, getting into some muscles, and ultimately just building up All right, posture, as well as creating space within the lower back all the way up into those shoulders and neck. Next, we're going to get into a walkout to upward dog. We want to be able to keep the feet planted as we walk out and then bring ourselves into that upward dog. Walk it back, feeling a nice stretch in those hamstrings as you bring it down and back. We want to feel a nice stretch in the chest, the core, drop those shoulders, and then again, walk it back. Next, we're going to get into the shoulders and back. Again, continuing to now build up posture with these 90-90 in and outs. Try to keep the elbows in line with the shoulders and those elbows at a 90-degree angle. Then we're going to go into scarecrows, keeping the elbows just about shoulder height, bringing those fists down and up. We're working in on creating space within that rotator cuff in the front, top, and back part of those shoulders. Next, we're going to go with hands on the head, folded rotation or hinged rotations here. Now, again, we're just going to start building up space while we improve and work on our postural muscles here, activating and engaging, also building up space within the hips and engaging the glutes and the hamstrings while we do this. Now we're going to move into some stabilization into the sides of the body with these side plank holds. We want to get about 30 seconds here, focusing in on keeping everything aligned from toes to hip to shoulder. We want the elbow pretty much directly underneath the shoulder, eyes on the hand reaching up towards the sky, breathing, and again, 30 seconds here. Now we'll be going into a reverse lunge, reach back, and knee drive with a reach. Getting in this compound movement is now continuing to create space within all the joints in the body, as well as activating stability muscles, as well as core, glutes, and quads as we work through this movement. Next, we'll be getting into an alternating rotational reach. We want the palm to face towards the body as we reach up towards the sky. Make sure we're getting that pivot on the foot so we get that full rotation from one side to the other. Next, we're going to go into our last challenging movement, single leg deadlift. We want a big reach up towards the sky, knee raised, core engaged, and hinge the hip back and lengthen out that leg as best as you can. We want to try to keep those arms extended and keeping the knee coming up as we work through this range of motion. Lastly, we're going to get into a little bit of a lateral jog in place. Again, we really want to put emphasis in on that little lateral hop, staying light on the feet. All right, now we're going to get the ankle joints, knees, and hips, everything accepting and absorbing impact through the body. Then we'll finish it up with a typical jog in place. Again, staying light on those feet as we work it through.